Denver. This is Madden Football.
And off we go from Denver. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Working with his 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yard. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
From the 38, Hurts. It's caught, Smith. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On the move to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 30.
Into an area, but that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 41, Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Hurts. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, is it?
See yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wilson will throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. High throw, but the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. T.J. Edwards able to run him down for a loss of a yard. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 12-yard line. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, this is the NFL.
And off we go from Denver. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the 1st down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Mahomes throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd down, McKinnon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down at 4, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. At their own 16. Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw hauled in by Washington. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw again is Wilson, rolling to his left. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Complete to Washington. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They go play action with Wilson. On the move to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allowed...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you. This to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Again, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Touchdown. Russ able to connect with Cortland Sutton there. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. They'll try to run with Murray. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. To see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side, complete to Tony. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. Gets this ball to his running back, Jerick McKinnon. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. 29 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked.
And it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Washington now brings this out, and he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there, and they're going to start with really terrible field position. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Washington now brings this out. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but
it'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Washington now brings this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On the return, it's Tony. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. Gets around him. He'll get a nice chunk there. First down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Mike Purcell busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the... And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, this is the National Football League. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not... They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Catch made. It's Moreau. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And finding Keelan Cole. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Carr. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 2nd and goal, Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Davante Adams. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Denver's offense now set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, There's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he fires one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes.
Because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Wilson will throw again. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions.
Told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Boulder. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Carr completes it, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 3rd and 4 now. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but third and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had.
And look at this, it's a fake.
Fourth and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinator was rallying the team saying, watch the fake with Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the fourth quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On first down, Wilson out to his left. That's going to be caught by Judy. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Judy, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Judy. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Carr's throw complete to Hollins. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this. Out in front as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Washington now brings this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Russell Wilson and the Broncos set for another offensive series. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert.
Brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On first down, Carr letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins. 27 yards. And the going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Carr now to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys.
Carr now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr gonna throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So,
and he is in. Touchdown. They're able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. And my goodness. And off we go from Denver. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes a catch. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And that's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Steps away. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Here's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw on target to James. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag route.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line. Another try for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton from 4 yards out. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Denver's offense ready to go again. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now Wilson. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones throw taken in by Slayton.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Jones. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Murray. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop.
With his not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take The quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the move to his left. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action with Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they time. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And the first play of the drive there.
And that will send them back to the drawing board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful... Maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. Trail you at this point, attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away. Connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield, but I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they...
It's not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Flush to his right. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. The Broncos say they have it. They do. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot. Know where to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped. I'm getting the sense that this offense is
With these can-do videos, you'll see real-life situations where you have to introduce yourself, talk about your family, or give your contact information. So, by the end, you can do them yourself in French. This video is a small portion of our can-do course. To get the full
Bonjour tout le monde, bienvenue dans cette vidéo. Si vous êtes là, c'est que vous voulez apprendre le français ou progresser en français. Je pense que vous allez beaucoup aimer cette vidéo, surtout si vous êtes débutant en français et que vous avez besoin d'être rassuré. Dans cette vidéo, je vais vous faire
Hi, I'm Alexa. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I teach French like this. Bonjour et bienvenue à Learn French with Alexa. Alexa, c'est moi.
Je réponds la bête un petit appartement,
fait
un petit balcon pour des
beau.
Hi, dropshippers. It's time to focus on what you do best. So go to wix.com/dropshipping.
jolies mais bêtes. Elle portait de belles jupettes, Georges préférait son derrière. Sa bicyclette était verte et son guidon de travers. Marinette était simplette.
Well, hello folks. If you're watching me today, that means that you are quite eager to learn French and that you are a complete beginner. So what it is we are going to do together, well, I'm going to teach you the basic French, okay, from numbers to colors to month of the year, but I'm going to go much deeper, which means that this series has 45 lessons. Hopefully, eventually, you'll be able to speak French. I mean, not as a fluent speaker, but at least as someone who will be able to understand instructions and be able to be understood. So, this is the objective of the next 45 lessons. Obviously, we are going to start with little basic words that you need to know, and then go on to learning the major tenses and the major auxiliary verbs, major article you need to know, and so on. Okay, don't panic yet, it's fine. I will try to make it as simple as possible, and hopefully you will become a confident French speaker, okay? So we are going to start by the very beginning by introducing ourselves, okay? We can say bonjour. Can you say that? Bonjour. And obviously bonjour is hello, and we know that, okay? Now, this lesson is going to be very simple to start with. You might know everything, which is absolutely fine, but you will notice that by lesson 15, you will have learned a lot of things, and hopefully things that you don't know, okay? So, can you say bonjour? Très bien. Can you say that again? Bonjour? Well done. Bravo. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Alexa. Je m'appelle Alexa. Bonjour. Je m'appelle means my name is. Technically, it means I, myself, call, okay? I am called, okay? My name is. So it's not the translation my name is, mon nom est, if you wish. It's like saying I am called, or I call myself, more like. So, je m'appelle Alexa. Can you say je m'appelle? Well done. Je m'appelle. Can you say your name? Well done. Je m'appelle. My name is, or I am called, okay? Or I call myself, okay? Alexa. Je m'appelle Alexa. Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour, we all know means hello. There is another way of saying hello in French. It's salut. Can you say that? Salut. That means hello, but that means goodbye as well. And if you wish, the difference between bonjour and salut is the fact that bonjour is slightly more common than salut. Salut is more colloquial, if you wish. You wouldn't write it down, okay? And you wouldn't say salut to someone much older that you meet in the street, for example. You would say bonjour, okay? It's more formal, if you wish, okay? So far we've learned 3 words. Bonjour, salut, and je m'appelle. Je m'appelle, okay? Which means I call myself, or I am called, okay? Je m'appelle. Okay? Now tell me, how are you feeling today? Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Now technically, comment means how. Ça va means how is it going, okay? Comment ça va? Now if someone says to you, comment ça va? Or just simply, ça va? Then you could answer, ça va, I'm okay. Ça va. Or you could say, ça va bien. I'm okay. Ça va bien. I'm well, if you wish. ça va bien. But you could say, ça va mal. Ça va mal. I'm not okay. Ça va mal. Now, technically, if you translate that word for word, it means it's going bad. Okay? Ça va mal. But if you wanted to say, I'm okay, I'm so-so, if you wish, okay, not okay. Ça va comme si, comme ça. Ça va comme si, comme ça. Now, can you say that? Comme si, comme ça. I love saying that. It's just cool to say. Comme si, comme ça. Okay? Now, technically, again, literally means like this, like that. Comme si, comme ça. Right. Tell me, how are you feeling today? Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Ça va mal? Ça va comme si, comme ça? Mm-hmm. Oh, ça va mal aujourd'hui? Pourquoi? Why? Pourquoi? I'm okay today. So I should say, ça va bien. Ça va bien. And you know why I'm okay today? Well, because outside it's pretty sunny. Il fait beau. Nice. Il fait beau. Now, can you say that? Il fait beau. Now, beau is the beginning. I'm okay today. So I should say, ça va bien. Ça va bien. And you know why I'm okay today? Well, because outside it's pretty sunny. Il fait beau. Nice. Il fait beau. Now, can you say that? Il fait beau. Now, beau is the beginning of the word beautiful, and that's the way we spell it. B-A-A-U. B-E-A-U. Beau. But we spell it, obviously, we said oh, beau. Okay? So, il fait beau. It's sunny. Il fait beau. Okay? Look at the window. Tell me, what is the weather like? Il fait beau. Is it sunny? Ou il pleut. It's raining. Il pleut. Très bien. Okay? So, let's have a little bit of recap. When I say hello, I say bonjour. Je m'appelle Alexa. Aujourd'hui, today, aujourd'hui, ça va bien. Il fait beau. Il fait beau. Okay? So I'm sure that so far you understood everything I said. Well, could well be because you're not a complete beginner, but it could be that you are a complete beginner. And it sounds very clear. Now, can you introduce yourself to me? Bonjour. Je m'appelle. Ça va bien ou mal ou comme si, comme ça. Il fait beau. Or, if it's not and if it's raining, il pleut. Il pleut. Très bien. Now, you may think that I live in France, but I don't live in France at all. I live in England. In French, England is Angleterre. Now, can you say that? Angleterre. Now, I'm aware that if you are watching me, you might not be from England, Angleterre, and you may be watching me from all over the world, okay? So I'm going to introduce you to a few countries, but obviously not all of them. And maybe you could make a sentence using that. J'habite. Can you say that? j'habite. Now, j'habite means I live. J'habite. Can you say that? J'habite. If you look at the word habit, there is the word habitat in it. Okay, obviously you can't hear the sound H because in France we don't pronounce the H. Habite, okay, instead of habit, okay? Habite. Now, je means I, but we are going to find out all these things over the next few lessons, so don't panic too much. I'm just introducing you to some words. J'habite, I live. If you live in England, j'habite en Angleterre. Can you say that? Très bien. J'habite en Angleterre. Well done. Very good. Now, if you live in France, j'habite en France. J'habite en France. Well done. What if I say, j'habite en Espagne? Where do I live? J'habite en Espagne. And that's right, I live in Spain. Well done. What if I said, j'habite en Italie? J'habite en Italie. Easy. Easy peasy, should I say, with my Italian accent speaking English. Anyway, it means I live in Italy. Okay, what if I said, j'habite en Chine? J'habite en Chine. That's right, I live in China. Bravo. J'habite en Chine. Okay. What if I said to you, j'habite en Inde? J'habite en Inde. Okay, that means I live in India. And last but not least, for example, j'habite en Suisse. J'habite en Suisse. That's right. Suisse is Switzerland. Okay, but obviously I'm missing out millions of, not millions, but a few thousand countries here. So don't panic. You can always, find out by yourself what your country is. But what you need to be very careful is what comes before the country, the name, okay, the noun. Now, here I used en a lot. J'habite en Chine. J'habite en Angleterre. J'habite en Italie. J'habite en France. Most of the time, it is going to be en, because the country is of feminine gender. Now, don't panic too much now. We will find out about feminine and masculine in other lessons, okay? But I don't want to worry you too much with that yet. So, if a country is of feminine gender, you use en. However, there are countries of masculine gender or plural gender. If it's masculine, you use o. Now, Japon is au Japon. Portugal is au Portugal. So you wouldn't say j'habite en Portugal, you would say j'habite au Portugal. J'habite au Japon. Okay? And for plural, for example, for the United States, you would say j'habite aux États-Unis. Now, O is here again, except that O has an X at the end. Again, one of these funny words that I don't want to worry you with quite yet. All you need to know here is that O has an X, but it sounds like Z when we use États-Unis. So, j'habite aux États-Unis. Okay? J'habite aux États-Unis. Okay? Ou j'habite aux Pays-Bas. Okay? J'habite aux Pays-Bas, which are the Netherlands. Okay? Right. To recap to what's happening in this first lesson, so much information. I mean, it's pretty simple, introductory. Okay? So, we've learned how to say hello in French. Hello is bonjour. Bonjour. Très bien. Then, I taught you how to say my name is. Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. Okay, well done. Then I said, comment ça va? How are you? Comment ça va? Ça va bien? I'm okay. Ça va mal? I'm not okay. Ça va comme si, comme ça. I'm like this, like that. I don't know. Then I said, il fait beau. It's sunny. Il fait beau. Or il pleut. It's raining. Il pleut. Okay? And then I told you where I came from. Okay? J'habite. I mean, where I live, not come from. I live, because obviously we know I come from France, but I live in England. So I would say, j'habite en Angleterre. Okay? Right. Let's recap and listen carefully. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Alexa. Aujourd'hui, ça va bien. Il fait beau. J'habite en Angleterre. Right. Did you understand this? Well done. It was very clear, wasn't it? Well done. You've done so well for your first French lesson. Okay? Now I'm going to invite you to follow a quiz with me, which will be the first quiz of many, okay? Now, here's the question. How do you say, how are you in French? Is it A, bonjour? Is it B, je m'appelle? Is it C, comment ça va? Right, you've heard the question. Try to answer this. Now, second question. How do you say, I live in England? Is it A, comment ça va? Comment ça va? B, j'habite en Angleterre. J'habite en Angleterre. Salut. Aussi, salut. Okay, try to answer this question. And last but not least, how do you say it's sunny? Is it A, il pleut? Il pleut. Or is it B, il fait beau? Il fait beau. Okay, or is it C, je m'appelle? Je m'appelle. Okay? So, this is the end of our first lesson, but what I would like you to do is just practice these little words and ask each other. If you are watching that with other people, you could say, comment t'appelles-tu? What is your name? Comment t'appelles-tu? And the other person could say, je m'appelle. Then you could say, comment ça va? And the other person, you could say, ça va bien. Alternatively, if you've got, and the other, m'appelle, tu. And the other person could say, what's your name? Comment t'appelles-tu? And the other person could say, je m'appelle. Then you could say, comment ça va? And the other person, you could say, ça va.
Salut, c'est Zach. Là, je vais vous montrer de quoi, parce que quand même, ça, c'est que le début encore. Là. Du 1er au 10, 40 000...
Elle s'appelait Marinette, elle était jolie mais bête. Elle portait de belles jupettes, Georges préférait son derrière. Sa bicyclette était...
Okay, and go over the words that you have learned over lesson 1. I will correct the quiz from lesson 1 and introduce you to 2 new parts. One part will be the days of the week, and the second one is going to be the numbers from 1 to 10. This way, you will be able to tell me the days the dates every time we meet again. At every lesson, I will ask you how you are, what's the weather is like, and the date as well, okay? So what I'm doing at the moment is introducing you to very basic words, okay, that will help you set into some kind of routine before introducing you, obviously, to more complicated things, if you wish, okay? Right, on commence. Bonjour, je m'appelle Alexa. Comment ça va? Moi? Ça va bien. Quel temps fait-il? Il pleut. Il fait froid. Où j'habite? J'habite en Angleterre, à Londres. Ça va bien. Bonjour, hello. Comment ça va? How are you? Aujourd'hui, today, ça va bien. But what about you? Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Ça va mal? Ou ça va comme si, comme ça? Tell me, how are you feeling today? I'm glad. Dites-moi, quel temps fait-il aujourd'hui? Dites-moi, quel temps fait-il aujourd'hui dehors? What is the weather like today outside? Dehors. You could start the sentence by saying dehors, il pleut. We've learned this before. Il pleut. Or you could say dehors, il fait beau. Il fait beau. And I said something at the very beginning of this lesson. I said, il fait froid. Il pleut. Il fait froid. What do you think that means? Il fait froid. Brrr, it's cold. So, quel temps fait-il? Il pleut et il fait froid. Brrr, il fait froid. But if it's hot and sunny, you would say, il fait beau et il fait chaud. And the word for hot is chaud. Can you say that? Chaud. Très bien. So, 2 words today. Froid, cold. Chaud, hot. So, tell me, quel temps fait-il? What is the weather like? Quel temps fait-il? Look out in your windows and tell me what the weather is like. Il pleut. Il fait beau. Il fait froid. Il fait chaud. Well done. Bravo. Keep practicing this because I will ask you these very basic questions every time I see you. So, aujourd'hui, today, aujourd'hui, nous allons apprendre les jours de la semaine et les nombres. That's right. Today, we are going to learn the days of the week and the numbers. Okay? Aujourd'hui, today. Can you say that? Aujourd'hui. Bravo. Good pronunciation. Aujourd'hui. Okay? That's today. Right. I would like to start with by correcting the quiz of lesson number 1. So, here we go. First of all, I asked you, how do you say, how are you? Now, obviously, the correct answer was, comment ça va? Comment ça va? Now, the second question was, I live in England. J'habite en Angleterre was the correct answer. J'habite en Angleterre. Now, if you've noticed at the very beginning of this lesson, I said j'habite en Angleterre à Londres. Okay, so I've added in London. When you want to tell me exactly where you live, not only the country but the town you come from, then add à. Okay, à. It's an A with an accent. You can check that on your files, you know, your PDF files, your downloadable worksheets. Now, à, okay? So if you lived in, for example, Paris in France, you would say j'habite à Paris en France, or j'habite en France à Paris, okay? Or you could say j'habite à Madrid en Espagne. Can you see that? Okay, so if you want to tell me where you live in terms of country, you say en, okay, but we've noticed over lesson 1 that it's not only en, it can be au as well. And if you want to tell me where you live in terms of a town, you say à, okay? So that's that sorted, okay? Now, the third question to the quiz number 1 was, how do you say it's sunny? Well, we know that, don't we? Il fait beau. Can you say that? Il fait beau. Okay, hopefully you managed the quiz of lesson number 1 with no problems. I mean, I can't imagine where you went wrong, okay? It was pretty simple. As I said to you at the beginning of this lesson, I would like to introduce you to 2 things, very simple things. First of all, days of the week, so that every time I see you, you can tell me the dates, okay? So we will learn the month of the year at some point, okay? But today, days of the week. So, what do you know about the days of the week in French? In English, they go like this: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, that's pretty easy. And we know that though the beginning is not the same, the end of the word is day. Okay, what you have to remember in French is that day becomes the sound D in French, and it's spelled D-I. Okay, and it works for 6 days of the week. The last day, being Sunday, begins with the sound D. Okay, so I want you, first of all, to just listen to the days of the week, okay? I'm not asking you to learn them, just listen and see whether there is some kind of patterns that you can get used to, okay? Now listen to the days of the week, starting from Monday. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Okay, so these are the days of the week. Quite simple. Did you manage to remember any of this, or is there one more striking than the other? No? Okay, well, never mind. We are going to learn them now, okay? When I teach my classes here in London to my little ones, when I say little ones, I mean, you know, my pupils in school, they tend to remember samedi quite well, which is Saturday, probably because it starts with the same Saturday, or say samedi. But funnily enough, another days is mercredi. Mercredi is Wednesday. And I'm always quite amazed how they can remember this word, because it doesn't sound anything like Wednesday. It's mercredi. And not only that, it has 3 syllables. It's very hard to remember a word. So I'm quite puzzled by that. Now, let's have a look which one you can remember. Now, repeat after me. Répétez après moi. Moi being me. Now, répéter means repeat. Après moi. Okay? After me, quite simply. Are you ready? Here we go. Lundi. Bravo. Mardi. Mercredi. Jeudi. vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Okay. So, are you getting there? Can you tell me which word you remembered? Uh-huh. Well done. Now, I find that the hardest one to remember, funnily enough, is mardi. And I tell you why. Because I think mardi sounds very much like Monday. And we think that mardi is Monday, but it's not. Mardi is Tuesday. Okay? So, here we go again. I would like you to repeat the days of the week with me one more time, and then we will play with them. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Well done. Bravo. What can I say? Now tell me, what days do you remember? Uh-huh. Parfait. Well done. I mean, I don't expect you to know them by heart now. It's too soon. Okay. Took me quite a while to achieve this objective as to know the 7 days of the week in English. Very hard in terms of pronunciation. Okay. The worst one being Wednesday. I mean, even the spelling is odd. Wednesday. Anyway, so I have my issues as well, by the way. Okay, here we go. Here's the game. I'm going to say the days of the week and miss one out. Can you tell which one I've missed out? Now listen carefully. Écoutez bien. Lundi, mardi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. So, it was mercredi. My pupils' favorite word, mercredi. Okay, well done. Here's another one. Listen carefully. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, samedi, dimanche. I missed out Friday, which was vendredi. Very good. Vendredi. Okay, well done. Okay, now here's another little game. If I say mardi, what day is that? Yes, that's right, it's Tuesday. Bravo. If I say dimanche, this is Sunday. I know dimanche because it doesn't sound like the other. It doesn't end with D, but it starts with D, okay? Which means in Latin, I think, day, okay? D. Another one, attention, if I say vendredi, vendredi is Friday. Very good. Gosh, you're good. Bravo. Okay, so here we go. We've played with the days of the week. I invite you to, not my house, no, not my party. I invite you to repeat the words on your own and practice, okay? So, what we are going to do today, I'm going to ask you some questions around these days of the week. For example, c'est quel jour? What day is it? C'est quel jour? Aujourd'hui, today. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi. It is. C'est. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi. Now I'm asking you, c'est quel jour? Oui, très bien. Aujourd'hui, c'est lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. OK? C'est quel jour? Can you say that? C'est quel jour? Parfait. OK. Another question. Quel est ton jour préféré? Now, what do you think I'm asking you here? That's right. What is your favorite day? Préféré, preferred. Quel est, what is? Quel est ton jour préféré? What is your favorite day? Mon jour préféré est le samedi. Oh, j'adore le samedi. Mon jour préféré est le samedi. Now, what about you? Quel est ton jour préféré? Now, start the sentence by mon jour préféré est, and then tell me the days of the week. Means is, but we will learn that at a later stage. Mon jour préféré est lundi. Okay. I don't like lundi. Don't like the beginning of the week. I don't. Okay. So, here it is. Let's have a little bit of recap on the days of the week. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi. Mon jour préféré est samedi. Quel est ton jour préféré? Très bien. Okay. I am going to ask you to revise these, okay, because I will ask you in lesson number 3 and I will check whether you've done your homework, okay? So let's go into the numbers now, and I would like to introduce you to the numbers. Of course, we are going to see the numbers not from 1 to 1 million. 1 million. No, just the one from 10 will be enough to start with, okay? I mean, the days of the week today was quite a lot. So let's stick to the 1 to 10. You might know how to count already, which is fine, okay? We will learn, obviously, numbers to 1 million, okay? Eventually, at the end of this packet of lessons, you know, this lesson course, if you call it course. Now, here we go. I'm going to do the same for the days of the week. So I'm going to say the numbers from 1 to 10. I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. First of all, listen to the numbers to 1 to 10 without reading anything, without... just listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, finished. Okay, did you remember any of the words? Any of the numbers? No, not at all? Or a few? Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's go through them again. So, now, répétez après moi. Répétez après moi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very good. If I look at the numbers, I don't think, in terms of pronunciation, I don't think there is any that come out as strikingly difficult to pronounce. I would say maybe 4 would be the hardest, because you've got this r sound that French people use all the time. So we don't say r, we say r. Can you say that? R. So when you come to say 4, it's 4. 4. Okay? 4. And if you look at the word, it sounds very much, or it looks very much like quarter. Quarter, yeah? 4. Okay? So here we go. Repeat after me one more time. Écoutez attentivement et répétez après moi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Bravo. Très bien. Very good. Très bien. Okay. So, Here's a little game, okay? I'm going to do the same as I did with the days of the week. I'm going to miss one number out. Can you tell me which one is missing? Écoutez. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's right. Numéro 4 was missing. 4, okay. Now here we go again. Instead of one number, I'm going to miss 2 out. So watch out. Not sure I can do that. Okay, listen carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. That was hard. Even hard for me to do. Okay, which one we're missing? That's right. Numéro 5 et numéro 8. Okay, number 5 and 8 we're missing. Numéro 5 et le numéro 8. I would like now for you to repeat the numbers, from 1 to 10, okay, over and over and over again. I mean, practice them and practice them the other way around as well, from 10 to 1 if you can, okay? We can do that together. So, for example, you could say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's quite a hard exercise to do. So you go from 1 to 10 and 10 to 1. Okay, now I'm just thinking when I said the number 3, I realized that actually 4 is quite hard to pronounce, but 3 is going to be quite a challenge. So if you want to pronounce 3 properly, pronounce it T, R, wa, with a wa sound. So T, R, wa, T, R, wa, 3. Okay, can you say that? Okay, well, practice. I know it's hard. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Okay, 3. Superb. Bravo. You're master of number 3. Superb. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty much the end of my lesson. Before I do that, I would like to recap a little bit of what we've seen over lesson numéro 2. Bonjour ou salut, je m'appelle Alexa. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi. Il pleut et il fait froid. J'habite en Angleterre, à Londres. Aujourd'hui, c'est le 5 mars. Okay? So, hopefully you've understood everything I say. Why don't you try it yourself? Okay, with everything you've got here, why don't you tell me, quel est ton jour préféré? What's your favorite day? Mon jour préféré est, okay? You could say, comment tu t'appelles? What is your name? Je m'appelle, and so on, okay? So work on these little questions. Quel temps fait-il? What is the weather like? Comment tu t'appelles? What is your name? Comment ça va? How are you? Quel est ton jour préféré? What is your favorite day? And so on. Or I could say, quel est ton nombre préféré? What's your favorite number? I don't know. Mon nombre préféré est le numéro 3. 3, because it's harder to pronounce. That's why I've chosen this one. Okay, so work on what we've covered so far. So far, it's pretty basic, okay? And it's going to be part of the routine of our next 45 lessons. Well, should I say 43 lessons now, okay?
Somebody farted. Somebody doo-doo.
Oh shit, man, what's up?
Ooh, somebody doo-doo. Ooh, that doo-doo. That doo-doo. That doo-doo. Somebody farted. Somebody doo-doo.
Oh shit, man, what's up?
Ooh, somebody doo-doo. Ooh, that doo-doo. That doo-doo. That doo-doo.
Empty hearts and neon lights.